Yeah, obviously disappointed that we didn't come away with a win tonight. I thought we did enough, create enough chances. Obviously, they had a few opportunities in the first half, and I think we took away, those moments in the second half. And we're obviously disappointed with the goal that they scored. But yeah, it's a good reminder for us, when it's games like this where it's a must-win situation, it should lead us well into playoff football as well. And yeah, of course, we're disappointed to be out of this competition because it was something that we set out to do, was qualify at the start of the year, and it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I mean, you got to be a killer in front of goals. We work so hard to create those opportunities to score, and you want that feeling of hitting the back of the net and walking away knowing that you've won the game. So again, it's something that we'll continue to work on. We have to continue to create those opportunities. Without that, we will never win games of football. So we've got to trust the process, keep going. And another day those chances go in. Maybe it's a deflection, maybe it's something, but we trust the players in those positions to execute. And like you said, it's been fine margins. It shaves the post or it hits the crossbar, like you said, and maybe on another day that goes in. So we just got to be persistent with it. And she's massive. Personality breeds into the rest of the team. You can see how hard she's working. It's a great free kick, top corner, like no keeper saving that. And she executes it finally well. So, yeah, we're just happy to have her back fit and available for us. It adds another piece to the quality that we already have. And so, yeah, it was a very iconic Marta moment for her and for the team. And, we like to see more of that. Yeah, I wouldn't hold her at fault for the goal. Things happen, but I thought she was tremendous, coming off a line, being aggressive, made some really crucial blocks in the first half. And yeah, it's important that we keep that competition at goalkeeper. Obviously with Anna and Mac have played a lot of games. Cozy now has played 2 games in this competition, so it keeps it fresh, it keeps it healthy. And I thought she did extremely well tonight. Yeah, we got to move on quickly. Like you said, it's a quick turnaround between tonight's game and then obviously the game in Washington. Yeah, I mean, technically they don't have a lot to play for at second place, but I know any game against Washington is going to be a battle. It should be a good rehearsal for what playoff football could be like, both with Washington and then ending the regular season with Seattle. So, yeah, we want to play in these games. We want to, get our competitive mindset going as well. I think that leads well into the postseason. But we know it's going to be a tough game going there. They're on a good reign of form right now. They've got some good quality players, and so our character will be shown in those games where there's still a lot at stake for us. We want to finish as high as possible. I think to be where we're at and clinch playoffs is a good place to be. Only the 3rd time in Pride history that we've done that, so we should be very proud of that, doing it with 2 games to go. But we know as well how crucial it is to finish as high as possible and get that home field advantage. So that will be our aspirations in the next 2 games.
Sean?
Yeah, I think statistically, when we do score the first goal, it normally leads to points. And so we'll continue to start games the same way we did tonight, getting that first goal, giving ourselves a foundation. We would have liked, obviously, another goal. But, yeah, we fell short with that. Give us that cushion that, if the opponent does score, then obviously we're still taking the lead. So, yeah, I think any time we're in games, whether we're at home or away, we always have aspirations to score that first goal. It's our mentality. We want to be on the front foot, and it doesn't always happen like that, but it's important that we don't concede the first goal as well. So yeah, you know, this game, it's sometimes the brutality of it, you know, when you have good momentum and then, you know, you can get caught in a counter-attack. So you've got to make sure that you are punishing the team when you have good momentum by scoring, obviously, the first goal.
Gracias por la felicitación a todas las jugadoras, a todo el plantel. Y significa bastante porque seguimos haciendo humildemente algo de historia, seguimos avanzando. Sabemos que vienen cosas de mucha exigencia, pero es un logro, yo creo que a base de tanto esfuerzo y de tanta exigencia que nos ponemos del día al día, ¿no? Esto inició desde la pretemporada, sabíamos que teníamos 2 torneos, Concacaf y el de nuestro país, y bueno, irlo enfrentando partido a partido, juego a juego, y el saber que vamos avanzando, sin aventar golondrinas al vuelo porque todavía falta, pero es un gran crecimiento para nosotras como plantel, como equipo, y un gran crecimiento también para nuestra gran institución que tenemos, porque nuestra institución es ganadora. Es una institución que siempre ve una visión completamente diferente y siempre tratar de ganar. Entonces es una exigencia que nosotros la aceptamos y que la queremos y adoptamos esa cultura de ser competitivas, de ir avanzando y de tratar de escribir siempre una historia nueva que siempre nos lleva a mejorar.